Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. Let me see if I'm on here now. Now it says I'm still not live. Something's wrong with this. Now it says I'm still. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. Something's wrong with this. Okay, I'm sorry. Something, I was having some technical difficulties. Oh, please forgive me. Okay. First off, I got confused on the time. That's the first thing. Okay. I got confused on the time. I couldn't remember whether I said 6 or 6:30. That was the first thing. And then when I got on here, I was having all kind of technical difficulties, and it wasn't I was on, but you guys weren't on. It was like you guys, I was here, but you guys weren't here. All right. So now that we got that together, welcome to Kiki Loves Nigeria. Oh, I'm sorry. Welcome to Kiki Loves Nigeria. All right. On this episode, on this live broadcast, this will be our last live broadcast talking about the passport traveler. We talked about the passport traveler because we asked certain questions of things we wanted to know. We wanted to know first, did she need the repat community to sustain her? Was she expecting us to sustain her lifestyle while she lived in Ghana? Secondly, we wanted to prove, or we wanted to see, if the passport traveler was a grifter practicing the help me go home scam. And thirdly, we want to show you the impact that people like the passport traveler have on our reputation as Black Americans in West Africa. Because people who act like this, these actions do not go without repercussions. You can't just act like this and think it's not going to impact us as a people because it's good. Because it's good. Oh, look at that Mr. Jordan's comment. Look. That's why I love Mr. Jordan and Mr. Foreman. Y'all, they keep me on point all the time. Look, he said, good. I'm tired of her already. And look what he said before that. He said, okay, wrap it up. Wrap it up time. See, that's why I love our community. Because we tell each other the truth. He like, okay, Kiki, let's go. This is it. Yeah, this is it. This is it, y'all, I promise. Because I wanted y'all to see. I had to paint the picture. I had to lay it out. And now that we done laid it out, this is the last time. And we're going to see. I want y'all to understand what the Africans are saying about this. Okay? Because it's not just us talking about it. The Africans are talking about it. So we're going to look at the Afridamus report. We're not going to talk about this long because we got to move on to other things. Because see, the one thing about research, and that's what I love about it, is that it usually leads you to different topics. Like you can start off, like we were researching, was she a grifter, right? Well, this led me to something else. It led me to that there's a big problem in Ghana where women, middle-aged and elderly women, are meeting young Ghanaian men in Facebook, TikTok groups, and these old, and sometimes these older women are even introducing these younger men to their friends back home. So that's why we're seeing this trend in Ghana. And I'm wondering what is going on. Well, that's what's going on. But the thing is, these women are leaving the United States. They're going to Africa to be with these men that they've never even met, except online. And then once they get there, the men act like he don't even know them, or it's not what they think it is. So that's what we're going to move to. This is what this story has led me to see. That there is a big problem with these elderly women and these young men. There's a big problem. And that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to try to investigate that and see what's going on with that. But like I said, before we do that, we're going to finish up the passport traveler, and then we'll be done with her. All right, so places and spaces. Hey, places and spaces. Hey, calm down. Yeah, we're going to do this real quick, and then we're out of here. Yeah, because I didn't want to take this into next week. Next week, I want to start on the new topic. So let me do my disclaimer. So again, we're back to fair use. We use fair use too, because we use other people's videos. And fair use is a copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. And what that says is that it allows us to use other people's works for the purpose of criticism, to comment on, for news reporting, for teaching, scholarship, education, and research. We like to use other people's YouTube videos for teaching, for education, and for research purposes. I like them to use them for examples on what to do and what not to do. When people learn, they learn better when they can use all of their senses, when they can see it, when they can hear it, and even when they can feel it. So that's why I like to use videos. And oftentimes I have to use other people's videos. As long as I'm teaching and educating and researching, fair use is permitted by the copyright statute, which otherwise might be infringed upon. All right, so let's get this started. Hey, Miss Athena. Hey, Miss Wilma. Hey, Sojourner Truth. Hey, everybody. All right, good. Now we about to start. So let me get this one put up. Now, this was a live broadcast from the Afridamus report. Now, everybody know Afridamus don't really care for us like that. So when he get a chance to laugh at us, honey, you better believe Afridamus to do it. And this was his chance to laugh at us. He don't laugh at us about this one for a long time. And not only was he laughing, y'all see they was on here for 4 hours talking about this. All right. And what does he call it? The failed passport granny blames Ghana. Yeah. Moti sirs. Wait, Moti sir seekers. Wait a minute. Moti sir seeks African. What? But this is called the failed passport granny blames Ghana. So that can tell you, they all know what this is about to be about. So everybody sit back and relax. Yeah, Afridamus had me laughing too. Yeah, it's funny, but it's sad because he's talking about us. All right, so let's go. Oh, shoot. Y'all see what I did? That's how you know I'm tired. I cut the video off. All right. Okay, so I got it shared. Now, all right, let's go. Here we go. Oh, no. Oh. I want you guys. I don't normally watch Afridamus's opening because it's just ridiculous. But Afridamus, let me tell you, because some people don't know who he is. Afridamus is a Gambian who lives in the United States. He's a permanent resident of the United States, okay? And Afridamus loves to talk trash about Black Americans. He just loves it, okay? That's his favorite thing to do. And he has this ego that is just out of this world, all right? But to really understand his ego, you got to see his opening. So we're going to watch his opening because this personifies his ego. If Afridamus's ego was a video, it would be this opening. Now, wasn't that wasn't that nice? Wasn't that wonderful? All right, now here you go.
Them can't hide from the truth, yeah. Children have to go back to the roots, yeah.
I think this is the song somebody made about him, but we ain't listening to that part.
On Kaiser's chat.
Hold on, y'all gotta listen.
Well, none of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Children have to go back to the roots, yeah. None of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Children have to go back to the roots. I'm telling you now, the truth. Telling you, yeah, the truth. You have to go back to the roots. Go to the roots. Yeah, man, you know, this is Benjamin out of the Smiling Coast, West Africa, Gambia, representing for the one and only Abu, the big man you don't know, the Soninke warrior, the man that brings the truth, Soninke warrior, the sign of enlightenment, the Soninke warrior, the righteous and the true African. Abu, reveal the truth to them, you know, no matter how them try run from it, because none of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Yes, we have to dig back the roots, yeah. Fire!
All right, are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for the world famous Afridamus?
Subscribe now.
I remember the day.
Waste their time, lump all Africans. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry, I've taken a hiatus. I've been busy traveling, but it looks like during my absence, there's been a Mortisa that rose up from out of nowhere.
He said from his absence. Listen, since my absence, I've been informed that there's been a Mortisa. Like, what have they been doing? You haven't kept them in order while I've been gone? You let the blacks get out of hand while I was gone?
Is a Tariq Nasheed wannabe. In fact, as you can see this Mortisa on the thumbnail, I came across this Mortisa one time on Kaizo's channel. You guys know the guy from Kenya, Kaizo. I mean, on Kaizo's channel, you know, anybody is welcome. As long as you're willing to drop in a couple of bucks to turn Africans into punching bags, he would let you do it. He has no qualms about it. He lets you know as Africans, he is here to sell you out. And he has no issue with that. So that's where I ran into this Mortisa that you guys are seeing on the thumbnail. What was the conversation? I came across, he was there arguing with Africans, fellow Africans, some from Nigeria, Ghana, various African countries, Cameroon. And sometimes people from African nations, I don't understand most of you. I don't get it. Why you waste your time to argue with people who have identity crisis? But for some who are not in the United States, you know, most of them tend to be panderers.
See, this is the thing that they love to say about Black Americans, that we have an identity crisis. So when we go around calling ourselves multiple names, they just laugh at us. They just laugh because they're like, you can call yourself whatever you want to, but your government calls you the descendants of Africans. So you can be whatever you want to be, but to your government, you all are the descendants of Africans. So they just sit and when we go back and forth and over who we want to be this week and next week, this is what they do. They laugh. They like, these people don't even know who they are. And they know how important identity is. So if you don't know who you are and you're an African, you're just lost. So they're looking at us as these people are just lost.
So because the United States is a rich country, you know, great place to be, they associate, you know, all the blacks to that. Yes, naturally, it should be like that. But is that reality? Absolutely not. Many have been programmed especially most Africans, I hate to say, they have this begging mentality. Begging mentality. But if you, in case you haven't been paying attention, you could clearly see the blacks. The blacks are constantly begging. I came here, I gave you guys the facts. You know, when they were running around,
You see what this grifting,
you know,
you see what this grifting does. You see what people like Black Acres and the Passport Traveler do to our reputation. No matter that there are people on there who are not grifting, who've built houses and done everything else. They're not grifters. But what do we get it linked into with? The blacks are always begging. The blacks are always begging. I don't like that, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't like that. I don't like when people look at me when I'm walking through the streets of Gambia and say, the blacks are always begging. Because that's what they think. They don't have money. They come here with nothing. And then they want to beg their way through. That's embarrassing.
doing the victimhood narrative, you know, selling it to Africans. First, they were blaming white people.
Yep, he's right. The victimhood. And I don't never agree with this man. Never do I agree with this man. Look through my channel. You'll see how much I agree with this man. All right. But this man is absolutely right. The victimhood mentality. I'm always the victim. Black Acres is always the victim. The Passport Traveler lady, she's the victim through all of this. I've been showing you all these days. And who's the victim? She is. Not the people she's done this to. Not Ghana, how she just uses them as a money grab. Not that. She's the victim. Like he said, that victimhood mentality, and that's what they think about us. They're always the victim. They're always broke. They're always begging. And y'all think we're supposed to leave people like this unchecked in our community? We're supposed to leave Black Acres and we're supposed to leave the Passport Traveler unchecked in our communities? I don't think so. People, I don't think so.
And what did I tell you guys? I said, the blacks, not all, but most, they are addicted to being victims. It's a fact. I said, the moment, blaming white people goes out of style and people are tired of hearing them, guess what? They will switch to another group and possibly it will be the Africans. They would try to lump all Africans together and cry, and I'm still correct. So the Motisa, let me explain who a Motisa is.
First, let me explain what he just said, because it's very important. He said these people, these victimhood people who are always the victim, they're the people who always say, it's the other people who are doing this to me. That's why I can't succeed in America. It's the other people who are doing this to me. That's why I can't do this and I can't do that. So he says, as soon as that goes out of style, blaming the other people, they're going to start blaming the Africans. They're going to lump all the Africans together, and they're just going to start blaming them for why they can't succeed now that they're in Africa. And what do we hear on YouTube? What do we hear? It's the Africans because they got bad attitudes. They're in their country. If they want to have a bad attitude every day, all day, guess what? They can. They can. If you don't like their bad attitude, how about you leave and go home? How about that? How about that? Because frankly, I don't want to hear the stories. I don't want to hear them. I really don't. Because if it's that bad, when it gets that bad for me, you think I'll make a YouTube video, or do you think I get on the plane? I call who is that? United Airlines, and I tell them I'm ready to go. How soon can I get a flight? How soon can I get one? And I transfer my day to leave, and I leave as soon as I can. I don't sit and complain, and especially not about the government. But these victimhood people, that's what they're doing. That's the new trend. Look on YouTube. That's all you hear, especially about poor Ghana. Especially about poor Ghana. Don't go to Ghana. Don't do this to Ghana. Don't do that in Ghana. Poor Ghana. But let's finish. Let's finish this.
Because see, there's a difference between a mulatto and a mestizo. So, for example, a mulatto, it could be the father or the mother recently came from Africa, and they have a child with a white person or someone else. We call those mulattoes because the mulatto knows their identity despite being mixed. But a mestizo is a completely different ballgame. And when
Now, that is statistically incorrect, because if you look up the group who has the most identity problems, unfortunately, it is mulattoes. It is mixed race people. They have the most identity problems. And if you look it up, you'll see that. So he's inaccurate. And this man is inaccurate on a lot of stuff that he says. But on this stuff, most of this, he is correct. But when he's incorrect, you know I'm going to correct him. But he's incorrect with that statement. He's going to try to make it seem like we have the most identity, and we don't. Ours is really low.
when I came on Kaizo's channel, that's what I was correcting. But Mike and others were upset. They didn't understand what I was painting because this mestizo was there telling them that they are original to America. Yes, the mestizo was created here in America. For example, this guy that goes around calling himself Mike TV, at one point, apparently, he said he's a native Indian. What did I tell you guys? The Blackfoot Indians? If a person who is an Indian, a native Indian, what is a native Indian doing? Coming around Africans constantly, trying to get you to validate him being an Indian. Let me show you a short little video what this guy actually looks like. There's a reason why he is not in front of camera constantly like I am. Because these mestizos do not have a place. They are not white, they are not black. Why do you think when Joe Biden confidently said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black? Who do you think he was talking to mostly? The mestizos. Because the mestizos, their position as black is very shaky. So this is why sometimes they would come, they would say to you, they are black or they are Indian. But one thing is for sure, the mestizo hates the African, the real African. So seeing the other real blacks, because let's just be real, the blacks that there's no confusion when you see them, you know, they are black. Their ancestors recently came from Africa. So indirectly, their war is against those blacks too, but they are afraid to attack those blacks. So we, the Africans, they attack Africans by proxy because their main goal is to create confusion and disunity between those blacks that are here who are already confused also, who think the mestizo is of the same tribe as them, but they really are not. Let me show you the face of this mestizo.
Okay, so he is got some type of issue with Mike TV. I don't even know who Mike TV is, so I'm not gonna play that part. I'm gonna skip over what he's saying about him, because that.
How is she any different from these people?
Okay, so look, when he starts talking about him, we're gonna go past that, okay? Because I don't know Mike TV. I only seen like a little snippet of him, and I thought he was really funny, but I didn't watch. I don't watch him, so I'm not gonna play that part because he's not here to defend himself, and I'm not gonna promote what he's saying about him.
Evidently said, If you don't
And plus, what I know about Mike TV is that he took up a donation to give it to this Motisa. And I thought that was really nice.
vote for me, you ain't black. Who do you think he was talking to mostly? The Motisas. Because the Motisas, their position as black is very shaky. So this is why sometimes they would come, they would say to you, they are black, or they are Indian. But one thing is for sure, the Motisa hates the African, the real African. So seeing the other real blacks, because let's just be real, the blacks that there's no confusion when you see them, you know, they are black. Their ancestors recently came from Africa. So indirectly, their war is against those blacks too, but they are afraid to attack those blacks. So we, the Africans, they attack Africans by proxy because their main goal is to create confusion and disunity between those blacks that are here who are already confused also, who think the Motisa is of the same tribe as them, but they really are not. Let me show you the face of this Motisa. It would make sense to you.
Okay, Africa.
There is no way he is African. The Motisa have been diluted for centuries now, at least 2 centuries. So there is no identity. One minute he is native Indian, another minute he is black. And it blows my mind why Africans waste their time to have conversation with this Motisa. Take a look.
You see what I mean? Why do the Africans even waste their time having conversations with this Motisa? Because they're confused. They don't even know who they are. One minute they're Black Americans, the next minute they're Native Americans. And Native Americans, according to him, they don't even particularly care for them. So he's like, these people are nothing. Why do you even waste your time? Why waste your time? Why waste your time even talking to them, my African brother? What is wrong with you? Wasting your energy talking to these confused people who don't even have a sense of self.
Look at this face here. Look at.
So we ain't looking at Mike TV. We ain't doing that. That is what we will not be doing. This is Mike TV. This is the dude who collected the money. So we ain't talking about him.
How is she any different from these people? But anyways, let's get to this passport granny here who has been on the internet blaming Ghana.
His issue really with Mike TV is it sounded like he was on the panel when the passport granny was on there. And it sounded like him and I don't know, maybe him and the guest, him the other people on the panel, had some words or something. But it sounds like he was there when she was there, and this is his response to all of that.
And now they are saying, in fact, they are not even. She's starting to say, we are not the same as these people.
See,
didn't I tell?
What he was saying about the Motisa. Okay, that's why I wanted you to hear all what he was saying, because this man comes up with his own little theories and philosophies. So he's saying, one minute she said, I'm going home. Remember I showed you the video where how she was crying when she thought of Ghana. I love Ghana. Oh, I can't wait to get to Ghana. Okay. Then when she gets to Ghana and she realized she don't have the money it takes to live in Ghana, and her lies are coming back to hunt her, and her bad behavior is being frowned upon by the whole community. Now she wants to say, no, we're not African. Don't come here. We're not African. That's what he's saying. That's why he's saying, why waste your time, Africans, on these people? Why waste your time? They don't even know who they are. One minute they're this, the next minute they're that. What are they going to be next week? They don't even know.
You Africans, my people, that this is going to come. In fact, I heard one lady, Alexis Fowler, who most of you know, used to be on this street, used to be on Dinah's show. even when with diners to Sierra Leone, I have been saying over and over, I said, I know the blacks like the back of my hand. Not all of them would behave.
Did y'all hear him? This is what cracks me up about this dude. He said, I know the blacks like the back of my hand. Afridamus cracks me up. I know the blacks like the back of my hand.
This way. I said, the same way they lying on the white people, they are going to start lying on Africans.
And he's right, because she is. She lying. Because she's saying she's been there 3 years. And the Ghanaian people have just been dogging her for 3 years. And she hasn't been there for 3 years. Her video footprint on YouTube tells you she hasn't been here for 3 years. It shows you exactly where she was. So now what is she doing? Exactly what he says she's doing. Lying on the Africans, lying on Africa.
Because the victimhood is internalized.
Yeah, he's right.
Okay? Talk about you coming from a wealthier country and then going to a quote unquote third world country, you know, and claiming victimhood. No one forced you to go to Africa. But now all of a sudden, they are all, you know, American patriots. There is no loyalty. Okay? So Ghana was making a big mistake. A big mistake because they wanted special treatment. How can someone understand how the world works if they don't even know who they are as a person?
You see what I mean? This is what I'm telling you. This is why every time we have somebody get out of pocket in our community, we got to check them. We have to hold them accountable. Because see, like I told you, Afridamus is loving this. He's loving this. Because this is proving his theory. This is proving his point. This is proving his point. And you can say, oh, he doesn't matter. He doesn't matter. But Afridamus doesn't speak to us. He speaks to the Africans. Who listens to him? The Africans. Guess who live in Africa, people? The Africans. So what the Africans think, it matters. Oh, it matters. Let's continue.
How is that even possible? But anyways, let me show you, because this Mike wanted to make fun of the white passport grannies while he was interviewing a white passport granny. I literally, guys, what's her name? Fowler, the one I just spoke about. She used to be on Dinah's channel, Alexis Fowler. Now she's on this campaign, quote unquote, to take Dinah's down. She's making disparaging remarks about Sierra Leone, forgetting that she, in fact, have already posted videos that we've all seen. She's showing us how she was having a good time in Sierra Leone, how beautiful the beaches are. But now, since things fell out, you know, I guess, I don't know, maybe Dinah's, she was hoping she would be Dinah's special lady. The moment that didn't work, guess what? Sierra Leone is trash.
Yeah, he's right. I did a whole video about it. He probably watched my video. He's right. And I proved it in the video. And right after that, because these videos were old, it was like 6-7 months later. I'm like, why did you wait so long? Why did you wait so long? So we put it together, what it was, and everybody knows what it is and what it was.
She even said she is so happy her DNA didn't come back to say she's from Sierra Leone. What have I been telling you people here? And then I saw another one calling. He said he was in Gambia. You know, you guys remember I told you, Gambia did not write no letters to the blacks. Gambia did not invite the blacks. They chose to go there.
He said they didn't.
They chose to go.
He said He said Gambia did not invite the blacks. Gambia did not send them a letter. They chose to go there. Wow. That's what I'm telling you. Going over there acting like that. Performing. Thinking you somewhere that you're not. Now they get a chance to laugh. Now they get a chance to laugh. But like they say, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Now the rabbit got the gun. It ain't no fun now, huh? Because they laughing at us.
Go there. So this man also was making disparaging comments about Gambia, how the police were, collecting bribes, all kinds of remarks. And they asked him, would you go back there again? He said, hell no. We are happy that he is making that decision not to ever go there. You guys remember when I used to make videos and I said the blacks need to stay here in America? What did they say? Oh, Afridamus, you're such a hater. But now look at it. The ones that went there, instead of taking personal accountability, they're not going to do that. It is everyone's fault except them. Except them.
And he's not lying.
Because the red carpet.
You can't say he's lying. Not one person on here can say this man is lying. Everything we've seen, because these people record their actions. Not one of them has taken accountability. Not one of them has said, you know what? This is my fault. Because I came over here. I wasn't prepared. I was listening to this man. She trying to say, Passport Traveler trying to say she wasn't listening to a man, but some say she was, some say she wasn't. But even if she wasn't listening to a man, why would you go to a place for 10 days and pack up everything and then move over there? Which you didn't move. You went for 40 days and then you came back and then you went for this long extended stay. Instead of saying, I'm not prepared for this. Instead of Black Acres saying, I don't have enough money to do this. I can't sustain this project. I need to just throw in the towel and go back home. What do they do? What do the grifters start to do? They start to blame everything around them and they don't take accountability for their actions. And then for everything around them, for all the nouns attacking them, the community has to pay to sustain their lifestyle because they're being attacked by the people. Because they don't take accountability for their actions. There's no way you should be in Africa and don't have a residual income. There's no way you should be in Africa and don't have some type of money coming in every month. There's no way. No way. And if you can't take it and it starts to get on your nerves, then go home. But see, these people go with a one-way ticket and then you blame Africa. You blame Africa because you were unprepared. Black Americans don't do that. Black Americans call a spade, and they say when they're wrong. They'll stand up and they'll look you right in the face and say, hey, I was wrong. I wasn't prepared for this. It's not Africa, it's me. Africa do this every day, all day to everybody. It's not giving me any special treatment. I was not prepared for this. So you know what? I'm going to go home and I'm going to regroup and I'm going to try again. But do we do that? No. What do? We make a whole bunch of videos talking about Africa, dogging Africa, trying to show you how it's Africa's fault, how Black Acres trying to show us it's the workers' fault why they're not done. It's everybody's fault with their fault with the bad contract work. It's everybody's fault but theirs. It's everybody's fault but the Passport Traveler's fault that she doesn't have any money. It's everybody's fault, but their fault. I can't even argue with this man. I can't even prove this man wrong. And that's so very unfortunate.
That wasn't spread for them. We're going to Africa. We're going to go there and invest. Well, we are builders. But now, that's not the reality. The truth is coming out. So let me show you this passport granny before we get into her rants about Ghana and Nigeria and other Africans. Here we go. This is fair use, by the way, for entertainment purposes. So this granny was on this dude's show right here, the Motisa,
That was Mike TV.
and he wanted to talk about white passport grannies, when in fact he was interviewing an actual passport granny who is over 60 years old, dating, married like a Ghanaian who is in his 20s.
Okay, so we also got a request to do a show about that. Okay, I did a video about what European grannies are doing to the Gambia. Well, I believe it was TNK. I can't remember. I think it was TNK who asked me to do a show about what the Black American grannies are doing. All right, so we're gonna do a show about that. That's probably the next series that's coming up. Hold on, y'all. I got to plug up my computer. So if you don't hear me, that's why. But yeah, they want us to do, because I think it was TNK, but they want to know what impact have the Black American grannies had on Africa. And yes, indeed, they have had an impact. So that's kind of the series that we're going to next. What the Black American grannies have done to Africa.
This is a grandma marrying a baby Ghanaian. But the blacks will never talk
Now,
about that.
let's back it up.
Here we go.
See, he don't know Kiki loves Nigeria. Yes, he do. He know me quite well.
Collecting bribes, all kinds of remarks. And they ask him, would you go back there again? He said, hell no. We are happy that he is making that decision not to ever go there. You guys remember when I used to make videos and I said the blacks need to stay here in America? What did they say? Oh, Afridamus, you're such a hater. But now look at it. The one.
Hey, Places and Spaces. Victoria Dove is from the Passport Grannies channel. So if you want to just block her, you can go ahead and do that, because she's not saying nothing, of value. So you can go ahead and get rid of her if you want to. When you get tired of her, just go ahead and let her go.
Ones that went there, instead of taking personal accountability, they're not going to do that. It is everyone's fault except them. Except them. Because the red carpet wasn't spread for them. We're going to Africa.
That's okay. Places and Spaces already done it.
We're going to go there and invest. We are builders. But now, that's not the reality. The truth is coming out. So let me show you this passport granny before we get into her rants about Ghana and Nigeria and other Africans. Here we go. This is fair use, by the way, for entertainment purposes. So this granny was on this dude's show right here, the Motisa, and he wanted to talk about white passport grannies, when in fact he was interviewing an actual passport granny who is over 60 years old, dating, married like a Ghanaian who is in his 20s. This is a grandma marrying a baby Ghanaian.
Now he's saying himself that this dude is in his 20s, okay? Because I told you can look at his body and tell that he's young, because his little muscles is cut up like that. This dude is telling you the same thing. This is a baby Ghanaian. They know how old each other. They can look at each other and tell what's up. So he's telling you, no matter what she's saying, this is a baby Ghanaian.
But the blacks will never talk about that.
Now, see, that's a lie. We talking about it, and we using your video to help us talk about it. So I think you owe us an apology, sir.
Here we go.
Good morning, everybody. Today is Saturday.
This video is today fresh from the vault.
Fresh.
So the Ghanaian youths need to be sensitized too. Okay? So I thought they are there to go and invest. Yeah, now we see what some of them are investing. Here we go.
Everybody's having a great day. We got a lot of rain last night, which was good.
Take a good look at that face.
Oh, God.
I thought the blacks told us it was the whites who were coming to Africa to take advantage of the African youths. You know? But hey, I told you guys, as time goes on, you guys are going to see everything I have been talking about here. So let's hear from the passport granny.
But let me address some situations. One, I don't care how many of y'all are trolling me. I don't care who's making videos about me anymore. It's old news, and I'm going to try my best to not do any more reactions to you or your videos, because clearly y'all are miserable people just sitting on social media picking on other people and being disrespectful to your elders, being disrespectful to black women, just being outright disrespectful.
So, mind you, she is the one who went to Ghana. Old lady. I think she's the same. She's like 60 something, passport granny. So now the people are calling her out. Oh, you guys are disrespectful to an elderly. You're disrespectful to black women. No. It is not all black women that went there. It is not all old grandmas from the US, that went to Africa to do this.
Right.
This is what I'm saying. The moment they get called out, they make it a group thing. So she was on.
He said the moment they get called out, they make it a group thing. It's like, because you know what? The other lady whose video I was watching about these grannies dating these baby Gambians, these young Gambians. She made it a group thing. She said it's more of us doing this than you know. So it's like he said, when they get called out, now it's a group thing. Oh, we're all doing it. No, we're not all doing it.
That Motisa's show, who's very obsessed with Africans for whatever reason, even though the man claims he's not African, he is native Indian, but he constantly talks about Africans non-stop. He wants to be Tariq Nasheed. At least Tariq Nasheed, you can see that he looks Yoruba. He looks like his ancestors are from Lagos. Okay? But this Motisa right here, take a look at this face. This screams the highlights. Okay? So here we go.
As far as y'all calling me grandma and all of that, that doesn't bother me. I am old enough to be a grandmother.
Yes, we know this. That's right. We know this. But did you guys see this Motisa hypocrite here? Did you guys see him, mention that? No. He had to talk about the rich white grannies, right?
Look at this, guys. Look at this. Look at the background. Look at the background. See, this is what my video was about, because that's what I'm seeing when I go to Gambia. So I'm not seeing I'm not seeing all this other stuff that these people are seeing. All right. So look at this. And he said people were mad at this video.
Yeah. So he wants to talk about Baba Tunde at the Nigerian airport, who went on both knees. You know, you think Baba Tunde is in love? Baba Tunde is in love with that green card. That's why he went on both knees. It's not because Baba Tunde is a sellout. So he plays that for me. I was like, yeah, okay, good for Baba Tunde. Some people do whatever for that green card. How is this relevant to me? So
all right, let me get to y'all. We're gonna pause right there so I can get some of y'all comments. All right, I'm gonna start from the bottom and go up because we've been on here, I don't even know, almost an hour. So let me get these comments real quick. Kofi reports the truth. See, the white people want to steal Africa, Bless says. Sojourner Truth says, yes, a very hard life starting with childhood. All right, Kofi report is, she said, we read that. Great Lake says, Kim is foolish, far from brave, and brave, honey. That must have been her girl, Victoria. I blocked her, Victoria Dove. You know, that's just, they do that to distract us so we won't stay on point. Why they always trying to tell us what tribe we're from? We are not African, and Tariq Nasheed does not look Yoruban. Yes, Sojourner Truth. They like a hard. They live a hard life. I expect them to look old in the face. Yeah, they do. Stop calling her that grandma. She is brave and 60. The truth hurts when it comes out. Ghana think colonialism is their friend. Nobody thinks that. And the truth does hurt the passport grandmother. And the truth does hurt my feelings when they come out and point out what she's doing and how it makes us feel. I just said the truth hurts my feelings. She's embarrassing. I hate to see a Black American woman, an elderly Black American woman, sleeping in a container on the floor and everybody know about it and people in my comment section laughing about it. And then she on here cussing us out. She on here cussing everybody out, trying to act like she running the Gambia, and she ain't running nothing. She's a laughing stock in the Gambia. Do y'all realize the Gambia, Ghana? Do y'all realize that? You don't even realize that. She come on social media and play like one thing, but everybody is laughing at the America who lives in a container. Do you know how embarrassing that is? She's an American. Everybody wants to come where she comes from. And what does she do when she gets to Ghana? She sleeps in a container. No, ma'am. I'm sorry. You don't understand what's going on here. And then instead of telling the truth that she doesn't have the money to live in Ghana because Ghana is extremely expensive, she wants to come on here and say it's Ghana's fault. Ghana lied to us. They don't want us there. Well, if you don't have any money, no, they don't want you there. You know, you shouldn't want yourself there if you don't have any money. Oh, these people just don't get it. And how do they think colonialism is their friend? If you should have examples, okay? If you make statements like that, you should have examples. Because everybody has opinions. We don't like it. We don't like just basic opinions. We like fact-based opinions. Now, if you have a fact-based opinion, please add it to the conversation. But he has nothing to say about old men in Gambia marrying underage young ladies. Some are very young, like the lady Ami Joby, who talks about they married her off when she was 8 years old. Because that goes back to their culture. See, that topic is a very sensitive subject in their culture, so they don't talk about it, and they're not going to talk about it openly. You know, it's just like, you know how your grandma used to tell you there's just some things you don't talk about in public. That's how the Africans are. They still hold true to that. Some things they don't talk about in public, you know, and that's a tradition that I can't say that the modern Africans, you know, are holding on to, but the older ones, yeah, they did do that. And some of them probably still do. But like I said, they don't talk. No, they don't talk about it openly, but that doesn't mean they don't. That doesn't mean that they support it. That's what I'm trying to say. But it's just a really sensitive subject. It really is. I haven't met one African who approved of that. And most of the Africans told me those people live in the village and they're really low on the economic scale. And that's a way for that family to make money. And that's why the family does it, because it's a way to get a dowry, to get some money. Latif has his eyes on getting the prize, a green card. Unfortunately, she doesn't have an income. She doesn't have a place to stay, so he's not getting anything. And somebody needs to tell him that, but they probably don't know that. But remember, the lady I was telling you guys about, she said that the passport grannies are really using the young Gambians. Not the young Gambians, the young Ghanaians. I worked with some baby Ghanaian twins, and they looked older, but was only 20. Yes, because of their life. I bet they look like they were in their 30s, like late 30s, middle to late 30s, because of their life. And they're like at 8 years old, they're like mature. Like at 12 years old, their mothers don't whoop the boys anymore, and their mothers don't tell them what to do. They're like considered a man. They run things. And theirs isn't the only culture that like that is like that. Most cultures are like that besides ours. And cultures in the West aren't like that. But most of those other cultures, they are like that. Bossa Nova, yes, we see them on the show. See them on the 90 Day Fiance show. Kiki loves Nigeria. The Afridamus doesn't represent and doesn't speak for all Africans. Some things he says are truthful, but some things are just nonsensical. Yes, it's true. And I believe I said that. But he doesn't speak for all Africans. He doesn't. But he's a good way to find out what the Africans think, because Africans from different countries come on his channel. And no person could really speak for all people. Like I can't speak for all Black people, because all Black people don't think like me. But there's a group that thinks like me, and there's a group that thinks like him. So just because he doesn't speak for all of them doesn't mean. Ooh, hold on. Why isn't my battery? Your battery is running low. Hold on, y'all. Let me try to plug. It's saying it's not charging. Oh, hold on. It's not plugged in right. Okay, I'm sorry about that. It wasn't plugged in all the way, and it was about to cut off. So where are we? Let me get some of y'all comments before I go back to the video. Okay, he is not good reporting. The husband is 40 and she is 60. Well, see, we've heard different ages, Blessed. We've heard the husband was 38 and we heard she was 61. So your information is not good reporting either. Agana online and asked me for money through, we talked for a year. The truth was given by the lady. Some people in the West Africa are scammers. That's true, they are. But will you say that again, Blessed? Because I couldn't understand it. Say that again, though, because that's what I'm going to talk about next. You said, did you say somebody, you was online talking to a Ghanaian and he asked you for money? Tell me that story again, okay? Latif is in his 20s. Athena says, they both look a hot mess. Granny and her grandson husband in his 20s, Lord, yeah. And she in her 60s, Lord have mercy. Why did a 20-year-old marry her for her money, her little pocket change? Go back to Africa, still have interest, family in America. So he comes here from time to time, Maya says. Latif, Great Lakes said, Latif looks sick in the face, yellow eyes, puffy face. Yeah, he drunker. He looks real sick to me. Hey, Crypto Walk, go back to Africa is trying to do a sleight of hand. He was vehemently against Black Americans staying in America. Now he's, I that's why I don't watch him. Now he's changing his tune with all the deaths and land robbery over there. But see, my thing is this. If you have a bad experience, why do you try to turn everybody off? That goes back to you not taking accountability. Because I have a bad experience because I told you people. I told you, unless you have a family over there, unless you are a part of a family over there, I would not ever be trying to buy any land in Africa. You can't even buy that land. You're renting that land for 21 to 31 years. That's all you're doing. You're building that house and putting all that money in that house, and soon that house will not be yours anymore. Ghana is the same as Gambia. You don't stay forever. So why you people are doing that, I don't know. And then you get mad because you can't stay forever. It is not your country. Now, if you're married to somebody from there, the rules are completely different. The rules are completely different because they will have access to get the land. Okay? And if there's some type of African that you should be marrying, their family should have some type of land. If their family, if this man don't tell you, well, my father gave us all some land, or my father gave me this piece of property, if he don't have that, then you shouldn't be dating. You shouldn't be marrying this man. Because I'm telling you, that's not the class that you should be dealing with. These people don't go to Africa and they think all Africans are poor. That is the biggest lie. Do y'all know Africans have money? Money. The Africans with money, they have shmoney. Okay, they have past money. It becomes shmoney. Okay, and then the middle class Africans will have. So if you're not dealing with the middle class Africans and up, you shouldn't be dealing with that type of African. But that, for some reason, we have in our mind that all Africans are poor. And not all of us, because the ones on Kiki Loves Nigeria, we know better than that. But these people outside in these other communities, they obviously think all Africans are poor. Because how could this American elderly lady think that this man was her equal? How? This man can't even take care of her when she's sick. He's not taking care of her now. How's he going to take care of her later? Right, and now they're all changing their tune because these things are happening. Robberies happen. Yes, they do happen because of the uneven development. Yes, they do. And they see you with nice things. So just like here, they're going to come in your house. They're going to come in your house, and especially the way we live. Quasi Boy just came on here a number of times and told us about the way we live in Africa, how we will live alone, just like we live in America, independent and alone. And what does that do? Set us up. It sets us up every single time because we go to Africa and we start acting like Americans, and that gets us in trouble every single time. And if you don't believe me, go look through my channel, okay? And go look at what happened to the ladies in Africa. And not all of them started acting like Americans, but some of them did. And it played a role, in my opinion, in their demise. Then we have these African ladies who marry people they're not their equals again. And then what happens? They build a house, they build everything, and then guess what? She just doesn't wake up one day. And nobody knows what happens. So why people don't sit and say what role I played in that situation instead of saying it's Africa, I don't understand why people don't take accountability for their actions. But it's a lot of people in Africa who want to blame Africa for what happened to them. And I don't get that. You just don't go back. But what is the purpose of trying to stop everyone from going back? That's why I do this channel, because I want to open your eyes. I want you to see for yourself. I want you to be able to make an informed decision and say, am I going to go to Africa? Am I not going to go to Africa? And if I go to Africa, I'm going to make sure I got friends there who are going to look out for me. And these are not friends that I met on Facebook or on TikTok in a group. No, this is somebody who's in America, who has a family member that they've introduced me to, And this family is going to look out for me when I get there. They've taken me in as a family member, or I'm going to go with Dinah Samir's tours. That's what I'm going to do and discover Africa. Because all of this trying to do it yourself like Africa's Florida, no, it doesn't work. I told you I went to cultural immersion class for a whole month, before we were allowed to go to Africa, to go to Cameroon. And if you didn't go to the classes, guess what? You couldn't go on the trip. These ends is getting on my nerves, calling Black Americans Motisa. Okay, well, we don't use that word on this channel, Miss Lizzie Lee. Okay, welcome to Kiki Loves Nigeria, but we don't talk like that over here. So if that might bother you, so you might want to click off. Okay, but thank you for stopping by. Go Black to Africa tried to make money in Tanzania. It didn't work out for him. He hates America, but he's back in the U.S. Why does he hate America? Go back. November Rain says to Sojourner Truth, Go Black is two-faced. Some Africans aren't too fond of him. Stephanie says, yeah, Lateef look older in the face. He does. His face looks real old. Great Lakes says, right, November Rain, it wasn't due to finances. Deborah says, at Kiki Loves Nigeria, do you know where Afridamus is from? Afridamus is from the Gambia. Maybe Go Black returned because of his mission was completed. Exactly. Maybe his mission was complete. And then he says, okay, now I'm going to go home and tell I'm not ever doing that again. And you shouldn't either. Because when people try to control your movements, that's how you know something is wrong. That's like a biased opinion. I'm telling you what happened to me. And I'm telling you, you can go if you want to, but move carefully. I'm just going to tell you how to move. But I'm not telling you, don't go. Don't go. Maybe Go Black. Oh, wait. We finished that. Let me go this way. Go Black was always putting Black Americans down and criticizing Africa. Due to low finances, he is ex-military and his wife is a doctor. I don't think he went back due to low finances because his wife gives him money. And I'm sure he gets some kind of retirement money. Yeah, he don't look like he's suffering for money because he always staying in nice places. So glad to hear that truth. Hi, Evie. Evie, doing well and thank you. Okay, they're greeting everybody. I doubt if Go Black to Africa returned to America. Places and spaces we see where this. Well, I blocked her. She should be gone. Let me make sure I blocked her. Let me do it again. No, I'm gonna do it on my phone. It's easier to do it on my phone. Okay. Victoria Dub, I don't understand you folks that tell this woman what to discuss. Right, when and all I see it on social media are people discussing other people. Exactly, they need to just go on somewhere with that. That's see what I mean? How bold are you to come to my house and then tell me what to talk about in my house? Who does that? So what about, Bossa Nova says, what about Black Americans that did build and get exactly, and their land pulled right from under them from the Gambian government? Exactly. Ghanaian government. Exactly. So why would you be doing that? That's my whole point. And everybody knows this is happening. So why are you still going over there trying to buy land? Why are you still going over there trying to build houses? And you see, everybody did a story on that Ghanaian resort that got tore down. And I forgot, it was some group that owned it. And they went over there with the bulldozer and tore it down. We all seen that. So we know the repats in Ghana saw the same thing we saw. So why they didn't take heed to that, I don't know. Why they want to blame everybody else, I don't know. Why are they still buying land? I don't know. I don't know why they would buy land in the first place. and you've never been to Africa and you don't know any, because you obviously know nothing about Africa. I'm not talking about you, Bossa Nova, but people obviously don't know anything about Africa if you're over there buying land and you're not related to a soul over there. I can tell you right now, you will never own that land. You will never own it. Why Crypto Walk says why he is not in Africa making it better. Because he want to be here talking about us to our face. He want to be talking about us to our face. Many FBA content creators who move to Africa often come back to America when their money, runs dry. Go Black to Africa is back in them. Exactly. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a smart move. Keep your things here. Keep a door open here so you can go back and forth. But know that house you built, know that land you built, you farming on, know without a shadow of a doubt that you don't own that. That government will be coming for that in 21 to 31 years. I don't know how long it is in Ghana. I'm sure it's about that long. Between 21 and 31 years, you will no longer own that land. And it can be shorter than that. I told y'all I used to do that. It's called eminent domain. When the city comes and take your land for public use, they can do it anytime they want to. Places of Space that says, I can care less about his critique or his people because his own society is tore up morally and economically. Hello, Places of Spaces. Evie says, Places and Spaces, why still? I know, okay, we're not paying her no attention. Yeah, but Afridamus is sitting up in Washington State trying to act like he's a super African, but he's here. That's why he cracks me up. He's a super African. That's how he acts. Like he's the spokesman for the Africans. But the Africans be on there though. You see the views he get, those ain't from us. Those are from Africans. The Gambian men are begging for Black American women trying to get a chance to come to America. Okay, that's your opinion, but have they been begging you? How do you know that, though? Some of them do. The bumpsters do. When you say Gambian men, what do you mean? What do you mean? Because the men that I know from Gambia, they don't have to beg women. So what Gambian men are you talking about that are begging women? Because I'm imagining now, I'm visualizing all the Gambian men that I know in Gambia, okay? And none of them would have to beg a woman, an American woman, or any woman to be with them. And they're not even with American women. So what do you base that on? Your opinion? I told you, Miss Lizzie, you can talk, but you got to give us some facts. You can't just spew facts that you just made up because you think so, because you think it's so. Because like I just told you, there's classes to African men. All right. And the African men that I know, they don't do that. Bossa Nova says, November, this is why I really could care less what they think about us. Well, you know what? You should care what people, you should want to be informed. Oh, look, this shows up on my phone. Can y'all see that? Oh, that's cute. Oh, y'all can't see it. Oh, thank you, Sojourner Truth. Look, y'all, she just sent what is that? A super sticker? Oh, wait, I got 3 super stickers. Hold on, y'all. It said this is your 3rd super sticker on this stream for real? Oh, Lord. Oh, thank you. Okay, we'll go through that. Oh, that's really nice. Oh, thank you. That was sweet. I'm going to show y'all on the phone when I get back from Afridamus. It's cute. It comes up like a little heart sticker. It's cute. Thank you, Sojourner Truth. That's so sweet. Exactly. Who got this Go Back to Africa campaign started anyway? Victoria Dove says he don't own the Gambia either. America didn't invite him. See, we don't like Afridamus. No, we don't like Afridamus, but we have to listen to what he's saying because he's making some valid points this time. They have no hate for clear people. They eat them up. Bossa Nova, they have no hate for. Explain that to me. Okay. The Chinese and the Arabs are going to take Africa, and this is a stupid and corrupt Africa. How do you know that? You can't make statements like that on YouTube, ma'am. Okay, you just can't. You can't make. That's called misinformation. I don't put out misinformation on my channel. So you guys, to make that statement, you got to have some kind of fact, okay? Because that's clearly misinformation. Sojourner Truth is in the corruption. What? Mayall says our ancestors have something in store for his disrespect for a foreigner like him to deny their struggle and sacrifices, yet he takes the benefits and acknowledges them. Watch his downfall. Afridamus likes the other people. Boy, but they talk with Afridamus. The video is not about Kiki. It's about Passport Granny. Yeah, why? Who's talking about me? Because they can't stay focused. Places and spaces. I would when she said, I thought I would die when Afridamus said he was the chief of the blacks. Y'all remember that? When he said he was the chief of the blacks because he wanted us to go off. Afridamus like for us to go off. He want to go back and forth with us, okay? So he probably, he was so happy that he's so happy that I'm talking about this video tonight. Oh, he's sitting back smiling. The blacks are talking about me tonight. Yes. And when he calls us the blacks, I just fall out laughing. It sounds so funny. It sounds like a soccer team. I'm sorry, a football team. Okay, let me get back to this because I said we weren't going to be on here long. Okay, what about tourism in Ghana, Sojourner Truth? Sojourner Truth, thank you for that. That was so sweet. It was $20. I'm going to show y'all the sticker. It's really cute. Thank you. That was sweet. What about tourism in the Gambia? Afridamus need to address this problem because there are more European. Yes, in the Gambia it is. But see, in the Ghana seems like they got a tour. They got the same type of problem, but it's with Black American grannies, not European grannies. In the Gambia, it's the European grannies. In Ghana, it's the Black American grannies, and they got seem like they got a social club over there. This dude has no power in the U.S. No, he doesn't, but he has power on his YouTube channel and people watch. It's time to get off your people from America, Kiki. This video proves it. I don't know what you're talking about. It's time to get off of your people from America, Kiki. I don't know what you're talking about, but go back over to the Passport channel. That's why you can't stay on track. You can't even prove a point. I think he lives in the U.S. He does live in the U.S. They must have did not know he lives in the U.S. See? Meanwhile, his people are probably over in Senegambia looking for European grannies and grandmas. And on that note, we will go back to... I'm trying to get the... Y'all be putting these comments up here, man. I'm trying to get to the back to the video. Africans are the ones confused, running all over the world trying to fit in, whereas the average Black American don't even think about moving all over the world for a better life. America is our best. And on that note, we will go back to the video. He is some kind of mess, this one here. Yeah, Afridamus is a big mess.
He asked me where I'm from. I said Gambia. Then he asked me where I was born. Do you guys see how dumb these guys are? So I used his own logic, which I was like, no, I was like, oh, I'm my parents are from Gambia, not me. He's like, no, where were you born? See, because what he was saying didn't faze me. He was trying to fake it, to try to tie me to saying maybe I was born in like the Caribbean, or I'm one of the blacks who's pretending to be African. You see? So he doesn't have any leg to stand on. He's like, oh, are you ashamed of where you're from? I was like, oh yeah, sure. Of all the places in the world, I would If I'm gonna lie, I'm just gonna lie and say I'm from Gambia because Gambia is so rich, it's got skyscrapers.
Right.
Because you see,
He's right. I don't think anybody would lie and say they're from Gambia.
I was there to blow his own logic out of the water, because this is the same people that call other people that were born here in America, even though America's Constitution says when you're born here, you are American, right? So the same people, I told him I'm Gambian, even people in his chat are telling him he's Gambian. That wasn't enough. He wants to know if I was actually born there to prove that I am Gambian.
Okay, Afridamus.
But there are many.
I don't care about your beef with Mike TV.
I was upset at the interview. I feel sorry for Ghana. Oh.
He said, I feel sorry for Ghana. Oh,
Africans and the white.
hold on. Let me get back here.
I was there to blow his own logic out of.
Act like you weren't raised. You act like you raised yourself, or you weren't raised at all. And then I get attacked for responding to the trolls. What's interesting, like I said, is y'all.
Did you guys hear that? Grandma of 9.
Yeah.
Ghana, I want to send a message to Ghana. Hide your young men when you see them, okay?
See?
Hide the young men. Okay, here we go. Gem Jewel said, Afridamus, her man is about 40, but a very hard 40. I see that.
Come for me for responding to the trolls when you should be over there attacking the trolls, but that turns you into a troll.
All right, I guess I'm gonna be a troll today, great grandma. So let's see. Now let us go to her complaint videos about Ghana. Oh, Blue Jay, welcome in the house. Audrey and Base Muslim and all of you that I haven't mentioned yet. But welcome in. Blue Jay said, at least she can't get knocked up. Hey, you probably haven't read the Bible, okay? In the Bible, people were getting knocked up there at 90. Please don't allow Kofi and his friends to see this message. Kofi, make sure you protect yourself, okay? So this granny, how can you be a passport granny and you don't have any money? At least you see with the white.
They love that part. You hear what he said? How you gonna be a passport granny and you don't even have any money? See, they love that part. Smashing the pie all in your face. Like I said, everybody mad at Afridamus because it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. And now the rabbit got the gun. And and the passport granny gave it to him.
Passport grannies, they make sure they have their own money.
Yeah.
How you gonna be a passport granny and you broke?
You hear what he said? He said the passport grannies, the European passport grannies, have their own money. They make sure they have their own money. He said, how you going to be a passport granny and you don't even have your own money? You got to grift for money.
Those two don't go together.
He said, those two do not go together. Wow.
He wanted a welfare check from Ghana. If you don't believe me, here we go. Here we go.
He said she wanted a welfare check from Ghana. Afridamus is loving this.
Let's go. Hello. Okay, corporate junkie. Let's.
You guys see that?
Wow.
Guys, you see this? You see what is happening here? Kofi and his friends are suffering. Okay, this is what they have to take. Exactly. This is what they have to take. Kifaru, thank you for this super chat. Kifaru said, put your foot on the neck of the albino orangutan called Mike TV. Yes, Kifaru, that guy is obsessed with Africans. So terrible for inviting people. Why are you inviting people?
He said, "Why are
By
you
the
inviting
thousands
people,
we did.
Ghana?"
We came.
What?
And some of the blacks that are coming over there. This is why Ghana, Nana Akufo, need to hire the Afridamus report to come and break it down for the youths over there, so that they understand what
He
is.
said the government needs to hire him so he can go over there and explain to them what is going on with these Black American passport grannies. You see what happens in our community when we don't hold people up accountable? We become the laughing stocks. We become the laughing stocks. Oh, and it's not just him. You think it's just him? Go look at my comment section. Go look what they're saying about the passport granny in my comment section. That she's the laughing stock in Ghana. Because everybody knows she's the elderly grandmother from America who sleeps in the container on the floor. Look at my comment section.
It's happening. And you know, this passport granny, she smokes like a chimney.
Yeah, she does.
I'm talking Newport back to back.
How you
For a minute, I thought maybe when she packed her stuff and put them in container, it was all Newport. Go on her channel and watch her videos. You will see exactly what I'm saying. But let's go.
Was saying is there are Americans coming over here being nasty, doing nasty things, and being bad to the locals. Now let me flip the fucking
like her.
script, okay? Let's talk about the fact that we get abused over here too. Y'all invited us.
Here goes the victimhood mindset. Y'all invited us. Y'all invited us. Okay.
See?
So I said it. Guys, I talk about even like Sierra Leone. I told you guys I spent, most of my early life there in Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone, nice people, nice place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not gonna say they don't have bad people there or bad things don't happen. But if you go to Sierra Leone and after, like the most welcoming people, but now you gotta come and lie on them, that's a problem. So Ghana invited her. So now she's gonna say, y'all, exactly A86 liar. Y'all. It means all of us Africans. All of us. So
He said what she say, y'all, it means all of us Africans. Afridamus cracks me up. Oh my God, this dude is hilarious.
they're saying we all invited them. Let's hear this.
To come home, which by the thousands we did. We came running to Ghana. People sold their homes, moved out of their apartments, sold everything. Some people packed up containers and moved over here.
Yeah, you probably packed yours with Newports. Because the way I saw her smoking there, she was smoking like a chimney. I bet when some of them heard the invitation, they are like, what? Longstroke, Kwame, Babatunde? Oh, here we come. Oh, yeah, so you sold everything. Now this is Ghana's fault. Ghana, you all are so terrible for inviting people. Why are you inviting people, Ghana? Guys, doesn't it sound like that? Now it's Ghana's fault for inviting people. Ghana said, in fact, let me read this for you. Year of return. Ghana said, come if you got money. Guys, you guys remember what? Some of you probably are new on the channel. When I first came, I used to talk about, do not show up if you don't have money. Oh, Afridamus, you're such a sellout. All you care about is money. Okay. We will find out how much money is going. If you want to be a passport granny, you have to have money.
Yeah.
Do you think Babatunde is interested in you? Because there are many 1,000-year-olds over there. Okay, Babatunde is not attracted to them because they don't have green card for him.
And he has that's an excellent point. That is an excellent point. There are older women over there. If he was truly attracted to older women, why wouldn't he hook up with one of them over there? Because Like he said, they don't have anything to offer him. They don't have any money and they don't have a green card.
Green money. Even me that is sitting right here right now, Oprah. Oprah has been looking very beautiful to me lately. Because Oprah's bank account makes Oprah look very beautiful. Let's just be real. So if you see me and Oprah holding hands on the beach, walking, all in love, don't you dare come and start writing all these silly shenanigans talking about Afridamus. Oprah is 70. Look at you, a young man. I've already declared that I'm in love with Oprah. It has nothing to do with Oprah's money. I just love Oprah. Okay, let's continue.
Just to get over here and realize this is not our home. Y'all make us know in so many ways.
Ma'am, you are from America. It is not your home. How many times do we have to say this? But isn't you the same people telling the Africans, they over there, the white people, they over there killing us. They killing us, y'all. When people like us try to talk this, they tell you to shut up. You are sellout, Afridamus. You over there in that white neighborhood, all safe, seeing the white women riding the bike, walking around in there with their dogs. How dare you? How dare you come over here, and start trying to tell the truth? They shut us down. But now she's saying Ghana is not their home. Let's continue.
All the time that this is not our home. One, as you heard him, he called us foreigners. As far as you being pissed, corporate junkie, at the fact that she keeps calling us diasporans, y'all call us that. The Ghanaians call us that. We didn't make that word up. We didn't start calling ourselves.
And I found out the corporate junkie is a Nigerian. Okay, it's a Nigerian man. That's why she's going off like this, because she's talking to a Nigerian man.
That we don't know that that's what y'all call the white people and the Chinese because we're not around them. But we know that that's what y'all call us. I ain't never heard the word before, Toby, till I came to Ghana.
Ma'am, you are almost 70, 11 years old. You've never done your research before you went to Ghana? Huh? You could have gone to a Ghanaian restaurant and order you some banku and fish, sit down and have conversation with the Ghanaians over there. But now, oh no, it is the Ghanaian people's fault. Oh no, it's corporate junkie's fault. Because see, corporate junkie, he's Nigerian. I mean, if somebody does anything, you gotta blame the Nigerians. Why not? You have to blame the Nigerians. But here we go.
Okay. Y'all invite us home. Let's talk about what y'all do to us. Starting from the fucking before we get to the airport, we gotta have a visa that we pay for to even enter our home.
Yes, it's called because when Ghanaians have to come to America, they gotta pay for the visa. And guess what? The Ghanaians, they don't always get the visa too. They pay. Sometimes they're like, hey, you know what? Kofi, you are approved. Sometimes you say no.
Mm-hmm.
This is why when you're a passport granny, why do you think long stroke Kofi finds you attractive? Because maybe Kofi knows when he shows up to the US Embassy, put together his last $100, give it to the US Embassy. They're like, you know what, Kofi? We've decided you can go to America.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you should be thankful. I mean, like, you showed up, they didn't deny you the visa. But yes, you are an American. If America is charging Ghanaians visa fee, Ghana has to charge American citizens for a visa fee.
Yes, that's what I was told when I was in school. That's exactly what I was told when I was in school. That's why they charge us a visa fee, because they feel like America charges them, so we're going to return the favor.
But let's continue.
We have to pay to enter our home. We get to the air, we pay all this money for passports and visas, COVID shots at the time, to get here, and then we got to pay another $150 US dollars for another COVID test here in Ghana. That's Ghana doing that, not the US. That's y'all welcoming us home.
Yeah. You see, right then and there. She's already complaining about $100. Guys,
Yeah.
did you ever see a white passport granny complaining like this? Now, do you guys see?
Right. No, they don't. He's right. They don't. When I was over there and my friend was telling me about his brother who was married to a passport granny, a European passport granny, you would not believe all the money this European passport granny has spent in the Gambia building this big, beautiful house. The wife, the Gambian wife lives on the lower level. The family, the mother and the father and everybody else lives on the middle level, and she lives at the top level. Yes. No, he's right. They don't go over there broke like this. That's another reason they're laughing. And you know what they're saying about us now? The Americans, like he said, the Black Americans is broke. That's the message on the ground, that Black Americans are broke.
See why it makes sense for this? When you go to airports, you see this. You see that? So the white man is the problem. But now, you know, just because the blacks are coming, Ghana has to change all their laws to fit what she wants.
And he's right. That's exactly what we do when we get over there. They got to change. We want to go to Africa, but we want American laws and we want American policies. And now that I'm in Africa, you got to change all your laws because I'm here now. And I want American laws and I want American policies.
Okay. All right. So Kofi and your friends, I hope you guys are watching this. I hope you're watching it. I don't know if that green card is worth it for you. In fact, I don't think you would get the green card because they would have to look at income. So passport granny here doesn't look like she would qualify to be allowed to bring you over. So you just, I mean, I feel bad for you with that Newport smell, but let's go.
You get to the airport, and as soon as you see a fucking blue passport, everybody's coming for us. Can you give me something small at the COVID place? You get to immigration. Can you give me something small? You get to baggage. Can you give me something small? A person grabbed a damn cart and put my bag on it and got mad because I gave him $5 US because I only had hundreds, because you come over here with hundreds to get the best, cash in rate. How about he looked at that and said, I don't want that?
Yeah, I mean, because they are used to the same white people that you were telling everyone on the internet, get rid of the whites. Well, this is what the white people were giving them more. So now you see, if the people get rid of the white people, how else are they going to make their money? How else? So here we go.
I said, what you mean you don't want it? He said, I want to know, what did you expect me to give you? He said $10. I said, so you want me to give you over 100 CDs for picking up a bag, putting it in a cart? He don't know this is like my 5th time coming through the airport.
So if this is her 5th time coming through, and y'all know that's a lie because we proved that. We proved that the other day. Y'all know that's a lie. She has not been through that airport 5 times. But if you've been through the airport 5 times, then you should know that. So what's the big deal?
Okay. Let's talk about the fact that I've been to Canada, Mexico, and almost every state in the U.S. And Ghana. I have never seen nowhere in any country or state where people have openly, it says $60 for foreigners.
Let me go
30
here.
And she says, oh,
trying to get to Afridamus.
Oh, you want to stay a little longer?
Don't want to hear.
Let my worker know you're on your way.
960 CDs about your reaction.
Before this Mortisa.
Oh, wait a minute.
About your reaction to our video. Now you did leave. First of all, I'm not the older lady. My name is Kimberly. She clearly introduced me.
But you are the older lady. You see, this lady, she has
But
an
you
issue
are
with,
older lady.
obvious things. Yes, we already have Juliet and Tate. Imagine if you send this woman over there. Okay, that's gonna make it hard for me. Okay, okay. Let's bring in Kidola into the conversation.
Okay.
Kidola,
Okay, now this is when the Africans come on and start clowning really bad. So we're going to watch a little of that, and then we're going to be done, and we're done with the passport traveler. All right, so let's look at this one. He is something of a historical one here on here. Sounds like he's saying he hates all Black Americans. I don't know if he hates us. I just think he doesn't respect us too much. Listening to this man has everybody disgusted. For him to talk about the passport traveler, he is not good enough to kiss her feet. Okay, whatever. Girl, he clowning her. He's not talking about her. He's called clowning her. Okay, and he's doing a very good job of it. Well, no, he's not even clowning her. She's clowning herself, and he's just responding. That's why, no, and kiss her feet. Who would kiss her feet except the people on her channel? Nobody's going to kiss her feet. I bet you Latif doesn't even kiss her feet. That's why I wouldn't even address this a person like him. They give them a sense that they care about what they think while living in our country that our ancestors fought for and earned. Lizzie Lee says, where did the, oh yeah, this person got to go. Yeah, this person, I'm about to block you forever. Yeah, you don't come over my house talking like that. I don't even talk like that, dude. Because I don't think this is a lady, y'all. I think this is a fake profile. And I think this person, oh, y'all got them because they gone. I don't even see them. Yeah, I don't even see them. Yeah, this person is gone. I think Steph got that person. Did that guy, Mike TV, donate any money to help Latifah, granny wife? Yes, I heard allegedly that he gave her $1,200 to go home, to get her plane ticket to go home. This man is just as bad as passport traveler. He talks about Ghanaians and he talks bad about us. Bossa Nova says, not to be funny, but he really don't like about them. But boy, we are rent free in their heads. Das Ados. Find something else to talk about. If he started to analyze the Gambian situation, he'd have a problem. Hold on. 1 second. Okay. All right. If he started to analyze again, okay, we read that one. Jealousy 24/7. Y'all are missing the whole point. Oh God, I hate that. Okay. I know we don't like Afridamus, y'all. I know we don't like Afridamus, but to understand the situation fully, you have to listen to what your enemies are saying. You have to go sit in their camp or sit by their camp to hear what they're saying. You don't have to agree with what they're saying. You don't have to value what they're saying, but you need to listen to what your enemy is saying. Okay? Whether we think we value it or not, somebody does. And a lot of Africans are paying attention to this. A lot. A lot of Africans are aware of this passport granny situation more than what you all think. So this is outside of our community. So we have to learn, even though we don't like the person, even though we don't commune with the person, listen to what they say. Because some things he's saying have value. They have value and they have merit. And it's important that you understand that. Because I feel the same way you all do about him. But when I listened to this video, I realized what this woman is really doing to our reputation. And then I find that there's more. There's a whole gang of them. There's a whole group of them that's in Ghana doing this madness. It's a whole gang of passport grannies in Ghana. What the heck is going on? So we should want to know what the Africans are saying. They're saying we're broke. They're basically saying we're desperate. And we don't even have a sense of identity. That makes us a joke as a people. That's what that makes us. That makes us a joke as a people. And it becomes it's problematic because we're running to their country. We're running to their countries. And if you think Afridamus is the only person who thinks like this, you're wrong. You're wrong. What's his name? O'Shea Duke Jackson did a video about that, about the Gambia and how there's underlying tensions between the Gambians and the Americans. And I didn't think it was true. But oh yeah, it is true. It is true. They're sick of us. They're sick of us. But we're too busy. Oh, we don't care what they think. Oh, we don't care what they say. But you should. My grandmother always told me, you keep your friends close, but you keep your enemies closer. And that's what we're doing right now, keeping our enemy closer so we can see what he's talking about. What he going back telling his people. I wouldn't give any African like Afridamus any energy or a comment. They are laughable because they envy and jealous for Black Americans are apparent. Yeah, that's true. Okay, let me go down here to these. These are the new ones. All right, let's see. All right, let's go to this one. Oh, no. Hold on. I've been heard years ago, you have a negative reputation in Africa, especially Black American women, for being loose. Exactly. Exactly. And I'm sorry, I'm a Black American woman who goes to Africa on the regular. I don't like that. I don't like when 20-something-year-olds look at me like they got a chance to get with me because of women like the passport grannies. Somebody's making this reputation, and we should be concerned about that. Because if they look at you as loose, they're not going to respect you. And that can explain why these women are coming up unalived like it's nothing, because there's no respect for us in the first place. Because of the moves that we are making, and we're not holding ourselves accountable for our actions. TNK says he's right about income qualifications. They don't want to accept people that might need government assistance. Just like here, we don't want to accept people who need government assistance. Exactly. So what are you coming there for if you need government assistance? Black Americans like you get off on hearing Black people. Wait a minute. Black Americans like you get off on hearing Black people talk bad about you. You're a mushu. What? A maso. I don't even know what that word is. Maso shish. Black people like you get off on hearing people talk. Now that doesn't even make sense. This whole video is about how Africans are talking bad about us because of the passport traveler. And I'm telling everyone, we need to hold ourselves accountable and check our behavior, because our behavior impacts all of us. So that doesn't make any sense, okay? You are right, Kiki. That is the art of war. Exactly. And I told you, I'm a warrior for real. So I go listen to the enemy all the time. I always go listen to see what they have to say. I was trained in the art of warfare. It sounds negative towards, it is, but clear light it is. It is, but you have to laugh, because you have to say, that ain't me. That's some other ones. So them other ones, we have to hold them in check, because somebody making them think this. They're not making this stuff up. You see what the passport granny is doing. She's not the only one. That's why he's gloating, because he knows this is not the only one, and he knows we're not going to talk about it because nobody was talking about it. And I think I'm the only one who talked about it besides him. But in our community, I think I'm the only one who talked about it. Because what he said, you people aren't going to talk about it because you people don't even hold each other accountable. You people, and then what do you see what they do to me for holding us accountable? You see with your own eyes. So no, he does have a lot of negative thoughts towards Black Americans. He does. He really does. But I want to hear what they got to say. He's talking about his people in the Gambia that needs white people to make money. Ahmad says, why do you have such a fetish of seeing your own kind bash? Seems like he turns. See, you don't even know what you're talking about, and you make another ignorant comment like that, and I'm going to block you because I don't have time for this, okay? This stuff is very time consuming. So I don't have time to go back and forth with ignorant people. Passport Granny is homely ASF, and let's be honest, Kiki, there's a certain type going over there looking for validation. He's right. And a hot link. Yes, they ain't getting it. He's right. And that's what I have to face. That's what I have to face. Just what he just said. Let's face it, Kiki. Let's face what's going on. They're going over there because they can't get nobody here. There's a certain type that's doing that. You're not doing that, but there's a certain type that is doing that because they don't have a choice but to do that. And who wants to be lonely? Nobody wants to be lonely just because they're older. You think they don't want to have male companionship? You don't think they want intimacy because they're older? Just because you get older, that means you don't want intimacy? But that's how this country sees it. So he's right. So they think I got a chance. I'll go over there and I got a chance over there. And I know, and they're saying, they know they're using them, but they feel like they're using them too. But think of the self-esteem of a woman or a man who says that or who thinks like that, who thinks, I know he's using me, but I'm using him too. I know he's not with me just because he loves me. And what do they all say? Well, I'm not coming back to America. They tell him I'm not coming back to America. And they say that's how they know he's not using her. It's using me for a green card because I'm not coming back to America. Really? So he's right. And let's go back to the video because you know what? That's exactly what the African said. So let's go back and look at that because we're going to get off here early tonight.
Well, welcome to the Afridamus report. Oh, Kidola, call back in. I don't know what happened to you, but here we go.
Kimberly, slow down and pay attention. Be respectful.
All right, let's go back past her video.
These people.
I want to get when he.
Kidola.
We're going to listen to a little bit of
Not all of them.
Then to all of them because it got carried away. And Afridamus don't know how to stay focused.
For a Ghana card.
They started arguing about the FBA and ADOS stuff. And I don't do that.
Because I ain't used my Ghana card not one time.
Before this Mortisa, this face right here.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that dude, it came to Kazora's channel.
Yes.
That's when I first of all heard about the guy. The guy's it's a little bit weird, you know. It's a weird dude.
Yeah, but Kidola, what do you think about this passport granny over here? You know, she's complaining about everything about Ghana. She said she got invited there. They are charging her for visa, you know. And in fact, she said she don't even think, you know, they are from there. Not all of them were stolen. You know, not all Black people are from there, but she still showed up. What do you make of this, Kidola?
Thank you, Afridamus, man. It's good you're back.
Thank you.
You know, the truth of the matter is, where Ghana, you see, as I said it before, when Ghana started inviting, I think Ghana have okay, they gain from it, you know, they gain from it. So Ghana is always like that. They gain from it.
Yeah.
But the problem is these blacks in the United States are a little bit heavily, I understand, confused. They're confusing, not confused, but they're confusing us Africans, you know, because the story the whole story is changing.
Yes.
They were never.
Kidola, do you remember when we used to hear we are coming to Africa to invest, kick out the Chinese and all these people, but now they're bad mouthing Ghana, even Go Black. He's going around bad mouthing, Ghana. He said he's never going back there. So what do they want, Kidola?
I said a long time. I said these people, they're not lawyer. You married to them, you expect they will leave you one day because they're not lawyer people. I said it years back, you know. I still remember she said it. I said, these people are not lawyers. Don't expect any loyalty from them.
Did y'all hear what he said? Because that's extremely important. This man, this African man says, these people are confusing. I don't understand these people. But one thing I noticed about these people is that these people are not loyal. These people have no loyalty. So we're supposed to discredit that because an African said that, because an African man said that. I don't discredit that because an African man said that. I'm going to listen closely and see why he said that. And I'm going to evaluate it to see if it's true or if it's not true.
You understand me? They can be with you. They can decide to mess around also in your bag. Don't expect anything good that will come out of it. Don't expect any sweet that will come out of it.
He said, don't expect anything good to come out of dealing with a Black American. Don't expect anything sweet to come out of dealing with a Black American.
They might sing to you B1, B2 to B6 or B12. You know, you might be saying, yeah, raising your fees out, but that's just where it ends. You see,
and
I also
Kidola, you know, remember a lady named Alexis Fowler?
Yes.
She used to be on Dinah's show, and she even went to Sierra Leone.
She even become a light in Dinah's show. She was a light-skinned black girl, but when she went to Sierra Leone, she become black. So you see, Dinah's didn't give her what she was looking for. This, you see, it's not about the show. It's not about going to Sierra Leone, but she wants something else, something special.
But now she's a native black.
Yeah, that is the most confusing something. That's how look.
She's an admin at my TV spot now.
I know.
Yeah. That is the reason why I said, look.
This is a black lady that they're talking. This is a Black American lady that they're talking about. That they're laughing at now. So see, it's how you carry yourself on these YouTube streets. It's how you carry yourself on these YouTube streets. This is how many men? 1, 2, 3 or 4 men. I don't know if no, this is a man too. This Abdullah person. Yeah. It's how you carry yourself on these. And that's how I was raised. A woman got to carry herself a certain way. A man can pretty much do whatever he want to do. But a woman, you cannot. You cannot. Because they will never let. My uncle used to tell me this. He said, you know what? I can go out here. A man can go out here and sleep with as many women as he want to. And they'll say, oh, he a man. He a man. High five. He a man. He said, but a woman, you go out here and you sleep with as many men as you want to, they're going to call you a garden tool. And they ain't going to never let you forget that. You're going to be a garden tool for the rest of your life. But a man, he just being a man. Now, see, that's how I was raised. Now, I don't understand how come these people don't realize, these women that they're talking about don't realize this. They don't realize this. That you got to carry yourself a certain way. You profess, you claim to be one thing, and then you switch up, and then you claim to be something else. And then you claim to be this representative on YouTube, where people are just laughing at you, and you're just comedy. And what do they say? The Black Americans.
Native with black, sorry to say, with Black Americans will be very, very difficult, because you don't know tomorrow red, tomorrow white, the other day.
See, he said being with Black Americans will be very, very difficult. Very, very difficult, because you don't know what they're going to be from one day to the next. Black, red, they don't know. And if y'all not embarrassed by this, somebody please tell me why.
Yeah, and you can see the thing that is coming out of it now. The ones we love, they now become the ones wearing skirts. You understand me? You know, so the truth of the matter, who are they really? Who are they? I said a lot. I said the real ones have gone a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
The white man opened the gate and say, "Oh, look at people." Say, "Oh, no, look back that gate."
Y'all hear what he said? He said the real ones have gone a long time ago.
No, what's he talking about? Say, these are not the real ones anymore.
Yeah.
These are just these are people. These people are confused.
Yeah.
Just be honest.
And he's right. The real the real Black Americans have gone. They're gone. There's only a few left. These are not real Black Americans. And we have to let people know, these are not us. What you're seeing, the passport traveler, Alexis Flower, Tay, all the people that they mentioning, they do not represent Black American women, people. They don't. And we have to stand up and say that.
Those that are coming to Ghana, these are women that have never been touched for more than 30 years. These are women that are already being rejected in the United States.
Did y'all hear that? He said these are the women coming to Ghana who have not been touched in more than 13 years. These women have been rejected in America. These are the ones coming to Ghana. Wow.
Where they stay, these are people. Somebody told them if you come to Ghana, you become like Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson in their early days. You understand me? All the men will be running after you. That's what you see now in Ghana. The most rejected Black Americans, women are not the one dancing electric boogie in the street of Ghana. You know what I mean? So look at this old ugly woman, very ugly thing, compared to those white women that was in that airport. See? You see how those white women look like? They're looking sharp. They're looking neat. They're looking luxurious. How we go down on those women?
He said they looking neat. They looking luxurious because they look like they got money.
But I say I want to marry them.
But you know, like the Ghana men are happy to see these old grannies coming.
To be honest, I don't understand Ghanaians sometimes. Really, I don't understand them sometimes. What should you be dealing with? A guy carry such old woman at home with eyes poking out, rejected human being that is expired long time.
Yeah.
I don't understand Ghanaians sometimes. Making people that TV have become their boyfriend for more than 55 years. See? You understand me? Come to say I love you. To this, what with this? What she might come maybe to Ghana, maybe with some few money. Maybe I don't know.
She's complaining about $10, Kidola.
I hope Ghana Jollof can turn Ghana people's eyes more better, man, because they just okay. You see those white women you show. You see how they dress neat, how they look like.
Say, listen to this part.
Even with,
you hear what he said. You look at those white women. You see how they was dressed neat. What did I tell y'all about the passport traveler running around there with no undergarments on, not combing her hair? What did I tell y'all about that? Y'all thought I told y'all they pay attention to all of that. To all of that.
They're old or not old. White people have the ability to endure. You know why? Because the white people are the one that developed United States. They see skyscrapers. White people are not coming to look at skyscrapers in Africa. They want to see nature, beautiful people. That's why white people can just come to Africa and sleep in any place and enjoy the place. And
he said the white people come there. They want to just enjoy nature. They will just sleep in any place. They're not picky about things.
Enjoy the environment. Enjoy the people. But these Black Americans are coming. They begin now to open Africans' eyes like, who are these people really? who are them really? Well, you know, they're not really just that. That's why I'm saying Ghana have a problem. You know, if Ghana invite them, Ghana like the ones that were coming there. Now they start telling people, oh, you just come here, your groove will be on. You'll be like Jenny Jackson. You'll be like Dan Ross. Everybody will be running after you. They'll be tapping you.
He said,
And you see that Ghana guy that he
he
wears
said when you get to Ghana, you gonna think you be like Janet Jackson, Diana Ross. Everybody gonna be running after you.
shirt that's sitting down there,
Yeah.
eating fufu with
Yeah.
this kind of old, nasty looking, ugly thing. My God damn, man. I prefer those white people more better than this pork eye,
Wow.
ugly.
Wow.
I don't know where she's from.
Okay, Kidola, let's bring in Abdullahi. Abdullahi, welcome to the Afridamus report.
Hello, Afridamus. Thank you for having me.
Abdullahi, what do you make of you know the
Let me go get y'all comments so we could take a break. Not lonely pensioners. Yes, that's what they are. He is telling the truth though it does hurt. And that's what it was when I was listening to him. I was like, yeah, that hurts, but it's the truth. Okay, I gotta listen to them laugh. Yep, I gotta listen to it. I gotta listen to them clown us. Okay, go ahead, let the circus begin. Okay, y'all got us on these, y'all got us on these. Okay, but that's not all of us, and we do hold them accountable. We have all three of them people he named. We held them accountable on this channel. I don't know about other channels, but I know on our channel, we hold these people accountable. They don't just come and wreak havoc in our community and we don't say anything about it. Ghana government needs to protect their children and young men against lonely pensioners with emotional issues, but they do. They really do, because that's why Gambia did passed a law about that. Yeah, they did. It's funny that Africans clown Black Americans, but risk their lives to be in America. Hey, Kiki, long time to see. Well, let me go back to this one. I don't think when Africans think of America, they don't think about us. That's not the same to them. It's just like we just happen to be here, but we're not America to them. We're not. Hey, Sunshine, how you been? Scene, I'm going to catch the replay. I hope you've been doing good. Thank you, sweetie. Social services should check on the passport granny and her grandson. They don't have one in Ghana. See, we can't even do a wellness check. All we could do is go, hope she put up a video, hope she okay. We can't even do a wellness check because seriously, y'all, when money gets low, tensions get high. Money gets low, tensions get high. She got to keep raising money to take care of this dude. She has to. They sure don't they don't represent me either. But that's why I say it loud and proud. These people don't represent me. This is what they do. Yes, they do. And I'm acknowledging it. They are not passport granny is not the only granny in Ghana doing this. It is a whole team. It's a whole granny squad. It is a whole granny passport squad. And they are all in Ghana that I know of. I don't see the granny passport squad in Gambia. No, I see the European grannies in Gambia. I see terrible women doing the same in Jamaica. Really? And then I get harassed by the men. Oh, wow. Yep, that's the same thing that happens to me. I get harassed by the men. And it's offensive to me. It is so offensive because you think I'm lowly like these women, but they can't tell. We all look alike to them. My family would thumb my head if I was over there. Yep. Good point. Clear Light. Okay. Clear Light says, I would not move to a country where their own people are running away. Yes, that is a sign. Kiki, true. The moment you sleep, the men you are, yes, she's right. The moment you sleep with them, that's what you're going to become. And they're never going to take you seriously. They never will. They'll just pass you on, and you'll go from one guy to the next guy, and you think this guy is serious about you. And no, he's not. He's just having free sex with you until he gets ready to go home to his wife or until he gets married. But if you messing with somebody who ain't never been married, he got to be real young. Well, we got mental issues on both continents. Yep, we sure do. Okay, places. Every one of them folks separated on, speaking on Afridamus channel, busted their ASS to get to America and praises their home countries, but wouldn't dare move back there. African migrants are burning their passports to come to Europe, fit, healthy young men. I just want the passport traveler to be well and safe. I know she's been dragged on these streets, but there's truth in the dragging. It is. It is. It is. It is. And we all want her to be safe. That's why we're telling her, you need to get out of there for real. We're not playing about that. She needs to go. Everybody who's sitting over there dogging Ghana, everybody who's over there having issues with the government, everybody who's over there having housing and land disputes and arguing with these people about what rightfully belongs to them, you need to just go. You need to get up and go, because it's not going to end well for you. You're not going to win. I'm telling you, you're not going to win. You're going to end up leaving broke, heartbroken. If you leave, if you leave broken heart, if you leave broken and heartbroken, you're lucky. Okay, you're lucky, because some people don't make it out of there at all. Because if you make the wrong enemy, you're not going to end up well. I don't understand why people educate themselves correctly about why people don't educate themselves correctly about the continent before moving to the continent, before talking crazy on YouTube about the continent. Exactly. And about somebody you're renting from. How do you talk crazy about someone you're renting from on YouTube and you're living in these people's house? Do you know what kind of problems you're about to have? Just like how Stella Grotter grew back, it doesn't turn out to be a fairy tale. No, that they expect. I guess they didn't watch the end of the movie. You're right. I forgot about that. It didn't turn out to be a fairy tale. Didn't he leave at the end? Be friendly, but don't marry them. No. Because didn't he leave? And in real life, remember, that was the story. And remember what happened to him? When he got here, he left her for real in real life. Many African men don't believe in condoms. I have heard many state that it's against their manhood, and procreation is a serious part of manhood with African men. And that's very true. She's very right. That's so correct. So you're laying down with all of them, and not one of them are your husband. African men have a bad reputation in Europe. Is it African men or Nigerian men? Which one? Which country are they talking about, Clear Light? Do you know? It's probably Nigerians, honey, because they got a bad reputation everywhere. I agree with you, Kiki loves Nigeria. They always turn on you for holding them accountable. Exactly. And we got to hold each other accountable. We have to. We have to. We have to hold each other accountable. It's very sad whenever you go to another country you are representing, and you should be on your best behavior. Yes, and we're not. We become the ugly Americans. But I'm happy the passport granny has gone mute. No, she went live tonight. They ended up divorcing both men for ill treatment. Oh, y'all must be talking about something. Good point, Steph. How are these women laying with these men without an AIDS test? Good point. Preach, Kiki. African men believe many of us are desperate. See? And this is why we are targeted financially and emotionally. Hear what we are saying, people. This is a whole game. This is a whole game. Like, who said that? Mayall, I believe he said it. That there's older women in their country. If they're so in love with grannies, why don't they date a granny in their country? Because the granny doesn't have the money, and the granny doesn't have the passport, and the granny can't get you the green card. So then what happens, like the other lady said, When she gets over to Africa, when you get over to Africa, you're going to be looked at sideways because of what these women are doing. And it is not just her in Ghana. It's a lot. It's a lot. Just look on YouTube. You will see them. I used to have two women friends from Africa. One from Zimbabwe and one from Ghana. Kiki, Sojourner Truth says, I have seen how we disrespect ourselves and not just towards the Africans, far as our women behavior exactly. And ultimately, oh, good. Thanks, Stephanie. And ultimately, we're disrespecting ourselves. Because see, that's why they're not, no man, black, white, green, yellow. If you don't have respect for yourself, he's not going to respect you. He's going to run through you and do whatever he can, whatever you allow him to do to you, he's going to do. Not all. We have a huge issue with underhoused. Okay, I don't know. Y'all talking about housing. Don't understand the obsession moving to Africa. Kiki, a Nigerian told me how we are viewed bad there. It's true. And that's what I'm telling y'all. We are viewed badly now. This is not just Afridamus. This is on the continent. This is what people are saying about us because of these people. Because remember, they're not going to meet all of us. They're just going to meet the Black Americans that they meet in Ghana. So if the only Black American they'll meet is Kim, is Passport Traveler, then they're going to think we're all like that. Just like we think all Africans are poor because that's what we see, poor Africans. And that is not the truth. That is far from the truth. The Nigerians I was cool with, but he only told me what's up. And I am happy to know that because I have really experienced the offish behavior. Yes. And they will tell you. When they cool with you, they'll tell you the truth. And this is how I know they really feel about us. Because this is what they're saying. This is what they're saying on ground right now. Americans have beautiful homes, beach. Yeah, we have all that stuff. Kiki, the Passport Traveler is one person who doesn't. Did we get all these? Okay. Low esteem with low esteem will get you played. Yes, here and afar. You have to get yourself together before you call yourself running to another country to get on YouTube and call yourself, I don't know what you call yourself doing, embarrassing yourself. My aunt lives in Florida and she lives in comfortable swimming. Okay. So, dang, okay, he's right about her, but it's hard for me to separate the dislike from the truth. Yeah, I have to. I do it all the time because I can't stand Rick and Cynthia. But I have to listen to Rick and Cynthia because I know they're always looking for an opportunity to scam our community. And I can't stand them. I can't stand most of the people I talk about, but I have to listen to them because I want to know what's going on. I want to know what the enemy is thinking. Because as soon as I can figure out what he's thinking, because he's going to tell me everything in his video, then I know what my next move is. Afridamus and Rick from Bag look like they Crafto walk. I don't believe you said that. I've been heard for years ago and have that we have a negative. Okay, we got that one. Did we get all these? Okay, we got all them. Let's go back down here. It's not a good look for Africa men. Their reputation is mud all over the world. Who cares how they feel? We have choices. We could return back to the United States. Better Americans. Okay. The woman, Kiki, these women weren't wise and weren't protecting them. No, they weren't wise at all. Not all of them. I know men in different ages who would not date here. Okay, so let's look at this. Let's finish this up. We're not going to look at all of these because this went on for 4 hours. They started talking about Mike, and I'm not talking about Mike. I think Mike is a cool dude because Mike stood up and collected this money that she did not use to buy a plane ticket with. So it's unfortunate that he has one of those lesser than on his channel as a moderator. That's really unfortunate because she should have been looking out and telling the truth about this lady while they're sitting over here clowning as moderator because she wants to be a Pan-African vixen.
The show, like you have a Motisa guy who is obsessed with Africans. You said he's not African, but then you have the passport granny here. You've heard her complaints about Ghana, but she's still over there in Ghana. What is your take?
My take is these liberal African Americans. I don't want to class all of them together.
Right, not all, but most.
Yeah, most, especially the liberals. They tend to, be victims, perpetual victims. So when she went to Africa, of course she's a victim there as well. She's a victim here, she's a victim there. And when it comes to this individual, I think, what did you call him, Malteser?
Oh.
Or, I've never heard of that
Yeah,
word.
Sorry, I couldn't hear me. That's what this guy, I don't know where he's from. I can't tell. He might be from America. But he's saying that we have that victim mentality. You know what I mean? He's saying the same thing. These liberal black people love to be the victim. They're always the victim.
Motisa, back in the plantation, they created, the special breed, they are more like, children of the Irish, plantation overseer.
Okay.
So when the, slave master is in the big house, they are the ones that pour tea for the master. So they taught them to say Motisa. So like they're asking the master, do you want more tea? So they became the Motisa tribe.
He's lying.
All right.
No. Lying, don't you? He's making this up. Y'all know he's making this up, right?
Thanks for clarifying.
Yeah.
No, listen, those individuals, especially, there's this TikTok app, you go on there and you see a bunch of them claiming to be Blackfoot Indians. They're claiming to be Olmecs. They're claiming to be samurais. They're claiming to be anything under the sun. That's what they are. These are a lost people, and they're trying to grasp at straws. You know what I mean? So it is very sad to actually see it. You know what I mean? So most African Americans who are right wing and are, have their foot firm on America, understand their history, understand their background, and you have these clowns running around with low IQ. This is a problem of IQ. These people are not above 70 IQ.
That is extremely important because he's right. He said this is a problem of low IQ. These people we are talking about have low IQ. He said he bet these people have no IQ. These people, these women that they're talking about on this channel, those 3 women that they named, the passport travelers and her crew, they don't have an IQ more than 70 because this is what low IQ people do. And this is what he's saying. This is a problem. This is a problem. Because see, back in the day, this wouldn't come out of our community. We would keep this type of behavior in our community and we would check it. We would check it. But see, there's the internet now. There's social media now. And these people can go on social media and perform and embarrass us for days and weeks and months and years before we find out about it to hold them accountable.
Yeah.
Their understanding of history is that they look at a picture and they see somebody who's darker. And they're like, oh, that must be an African. Anybody who's dark is an African. Anybody who lives in, let's say, for example, Oceanian, Aboriginals. Anybody.
Oh, yeah. I know. Aboriginal, all of them.
Yeah, so these people, the way they view the world is not through, education.
You know what? I know you even said it jokingly. I've even heard some of them claim to be black samurais. They said they used to live in Japan too.
Oh, yeah. You
jokingly said it, but they did claim being samurais too.
Yeah. I wouldn't put any.
He said this comes from a lack of education. This Abdul guy, I don't know, Abdullah, I don't know what Abdullah is, but Abdullah said this comes from a lack of education. And I don't know if that bothers y'all, but that bothers me. That bothers me to see all these men up here, ha ha, and he about black women. And then he's saying they have low IQ. And and this comes, then they're not educated.
Anything past them when it comes to, they were Egyptians. Not only were they Egyptians, they were the Moors. They were the Romans as well. Caesar was a black person. I'm like, are you a Roman or are you an Egyptian? Those are two clearly different people, as well as being a Jew. So they're under oppression by themselves.
Well,
Yeah.
They were the Egyptians,
and
but they were also.
Hannibal was black too.
Oh yeah, Hannibal was a
beating
black,
the
not a
Romans.
Phoenician. Hannibal is a Phoenician. I mean, this is incredible. They don't understand history. If you talk to them about history, their response is, "Oh, a white person wrote it." Well, why don't you have a language and a some sort of library where you can go back and refer back to it?
But you notice they claim everything except West African, where they actually from.
And some of them look like you said, some of them like Tariq Nasheed. I mean, he was arguing.
Tariq Nasheed looks like a Yoruba guy.
He's straight from the boat, man. This guy is. I look at him and I'm like, you don't need a DNA test, man. I can confirm it for you right here. You need a mirror.
But do you think some of these Mortisas, like this guy, I've noticed, right? They want to create confusion for the actual blacks who actually acknowledge their ancestry as coming from Africa. So they want to create like this division so that those people cannot claim being African, to leave them behind.
Oh, absolutely. They are creating not only division, but confusion within the population that lives here now. They are confusing the history of not when they do these claiming other people's history, they're actually denying their own history. When you look at it,
he's right. He's so right. When you claim other people's history, you're denying your own history. And I don't get that. I don't get that. I claim my own history. I don't claim other people's history. I don't want to be anything else other than what I am.
African American history, and you look how rich it is when it comes to their journey of becoming free. And
Did you hear what he said? Did you hear what he said? How rich African American history is, the journey. Yes, because I studied it, so I know. And I'm proud of that history. I'm proud I come from that history. I don't want to be anything else other than that. Nothing else other than that. And these people are walking around claiming to be something else, coveting somebody else's history.
And overcoming. I don't know why they never claim that. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's crazy.
No, it's very sad. I want to actually see what American Rifleman thinks, because he's African American, I'm assuming.
All right.
Yes, I am a whole African American. Well, I'm kind of a Jamaican tether too. Don't tell them I said that.
So after American Rifleman, I think we're going to be done, because they go back and forth talking about this identity thing, and I don't want to get off into that, but they seem to think that is the biggest problem, is that African Americans don't even know who they are. They don't know who they are. Black Americans do not know who they are. You see how I keep switching back and forth, because this whole thing with Black Americans and African Americans and what it means. You got to be careful now, because it's just the whole people just lost in the sauce.
The whole thing. There's a couple of things at play that I see. Obviously, Black Americans. We have a demographic of Black Americans that are hyper focused and hyper romanticize Africa for several different reasons. We're not going to get into all the reasons, but also too, part of that is that Black Americans fundamentally have flawed relationships with each other, especially between the men and the women. You know, we're not going to get into
your mic is chirpy. Oh, let me read this. DG, thank you for the super chat. He said, Abdullahi, why are you a tether, bro?
Okay. He's gonna
he wants to know why Abdul.
I'm a big tether, man. I'm an anchor.
Anchor, that's right, anchor baby. All right. He dropped out. Let's go to Al, who was they played Al's video at the Mortisa channel, and Al was, you know, over there, you know, as usual, booty clapping. But here we go. Al, go ahead.
So Afridamus, did they play my video? Seriously?
Yes, they played your video, Al. Yes.
No chance. Two-Face. But Mike Teeth is a funny character, though. He come to Kaiser's show.
Yeah, no, this is when they start talking about
his last name is Cuffee.
Okay, so we're done with this. Now, again, this video was used as an example for us to be aware of what other communities are saying about us. And it's extremely important that we know what other communities are saying about us. We have to be aware of what the word is on the street. All right. And the word is on the street is that we're broke. The word is that we're desperate. And the word is that we're dumb. That's the word on the street. And you know where they get that from? They get that from the behavior of the passport grannies, like the passport traveler. And like I said, in Ghana, there's many more. There's many, many more in Ghana. So we're going to get these comments, and then we're going to get up out of here. Because this is a Sunday, and it is 8:37. Ooh, it's 8:37. Oh, yeah, y'all, we got to go. I'll go back and watch the replay for it. Okay, Ebony. Hey, Ebony. Janice says, hey, Janice, how you been? I've been listening while working. I had to make this statement. Black Americans can trace their history further than Africans. I'll go, okay. Pastries. Hey, Pastry Chef. The Nigerian First Lady said Americans don't know who they are. See? She wanted to know why Megan came to Nigeria the way she was dressed. No, Pastry Shack. I saw something about her. I'm going to have to look at that. Are you sick? See what I'm telling y'all? Y'all see what I'm saying? She wanted to know, why did she come to Nigeria dressed the way she was dressed? Y'all, West Africa is a very conservative place. Very conservative. You can't just go there I got to look that up now. That's so embarrassing. So Africans are mixed even. Some Africans are mixed. She right, Monique. Some of them are. I am sick of everyone attacking Black Americans. It's not fair, clear light. But that's what they do. We used to it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share. Please, please, please. We used to it. But that's why we got to hold ourselves accountable so we don't give them nothing to talk about. Because they're going to talk about us anyway. All right? They're going to talk about us. So let's just not give them nothing to talk about. Steph says, thanks for stopping by. Kiki Loves Nigeria channel. Please subscribe for more videos like this. The purpose of this is to educate and entertain. See you next time. There will be 1 million Native Americans with dual citizenship who don't marry passport. Yes. Okay. Kiki, please do a live regarding history. Yeah, I'm going to have to. Our history, how we got to America, because they don't know. A lot of people really don't know. They really don't. And all this is documented. So they know exactly how we got here. I'm sick of it. Okay. So did we get them all? So y'all, again, this was about what's going on in our community. This is what this show has been about, what is going on in our community. And how we cannot let women like the passport traveler represent us. And when we see grifters like the passport traveler, Black Acres of the Gambia, if we see any grifters in our community, we have to stand up and we have to say something. When we see passport grannies in our community embarrassing us, and going over to Africa and sleeping with grandsons, we got to say something. Because you heard Afridamus say they're not going to say anything because he feels like we don't call each other out when we're wrong. We don't hold each other accountable when we're wrong. And that's a lie, because we've always held each other accountable. And on this channel, this community, we hold each other accountable. So that's all I have for tonight. We founded the first country in, Liberia. We are going to talk about, this is concerning me about these passport grannies, okay? And it's concerning me because these grannies can get hurt. And they're grannies, y'all. They got grandkids. They got grown kids. They got grown sons and daughters. And nobody wants their mom to go to Africa to visit and then come back in a box or don't come back at all. So this passport granny situation is a very serious situation. These women can go over there and get in domestic violence situations. They can't fight back. You're an elderly person. You can't fight no African man off of you. Even a healthy young woman can't fight an African man off of you. They could be in relationships where they're being abused, where their money is being taken, but they don't dare say anything because people will laugh at them. But this is the price they pay because they're lonely. This is the price they pay because they want to be touched. Yeah, we were laughing when he said, oh, they ain't been touched in 13 years. But that ain't good. That's not good. If she want to be touched, she needs to be touched. And that's what's making them go over there and get with grandsons, because nobody's touching them here. And that's a problem. That's a big problem, because this is pushing these women to do things they wouldn't normally do. And then you got these women on there. You got these women over there who are telling them, like the passport traveler, come on. Come on. It's what we doing now. It's a thing now. We crossing these waters to get our groove back. But do y'all know, somebody told me they saw a video of Latif and the passport granny, the passport traveler, fighting on TikTok. He took her phone and they were fighting. So it's not funny. And I know I'm laughing, but in the end, you know what I hope? I hope that lady make it out of there safely. Because in the end, I'm truly scared for that lady. Because I've reported enough. And I know what happens when you act like that lady and how these other ladies are acting in Ghana. That's why we're going to talk about Ghana. We're going to point all this out. So can't nobody say, oh, they didn't say nothing. They saw what they were doing. We all saw what they were doing. But the Black Americans didn't say nothing. They're not going to be able to say that about Kiki Loves Nigeria. Because I'm saying something. I'm holding my people accountable. That's what I'm doing. I'm holding them accountable. All right. Monique says she's feeling disappointed today. I'm feeling disappointed too. But you know what? We just got to get on our job. Because see, soon as we start holding these people accountable, as soon as we point out to the rest of these ladies that it is not socially acceptable for you to go to Ghana or go to Gambia and be with men young enough to be your grandsons, that is not culturally or socially acceptable. And if you go to Africa and do that, not only are they going to talk about you, they're probably going to pray. They're probably going to try to do something to you. And that's the honest to God truth. Because they feel like you're bringing shame to their community because that's shameful. And you're bringing evil spirits to their community because that is not normal for a woman to want to be with a man young enough to be with her grandson. These women are putting this out there like it is socially acceptable, and it is not. It is not socially acceptable for you not to meet this man's family and for you not to be a part of this man's family. If this man doesn't take you home to see his family, guess what? You're not a part of the family. And these women don't know that. They're packing up their containers and taking everything they got and moving to Ghana to be with a man they never met except on Facebook or TikTok in a group. And then when they get disappointed, get jacked up, go broke, have no place to stay, instead of saying I was dead wrong for doing that, who do they blame? Ghana. Ghana. They blame a country. Actually, older women date younger guys in America. Look at Patti LaBelle. Patti LaBelle's rich though, Monique. And there may be some dating, and I'm not talking about, we're talking about the ones who dating some who's young enough to be their grandsons. That ain't happening here. Ain't no 30-year-old, ain't no 20-year-old checking for no 50, 60-year-old. They ain't doing that here in the United States. They're not. You might see 40 with 50, but that's as low as you're going to go. That's about, you may see 10, 15, maybe 20, but that's it. You ain't going to see no more than that. You ain't going to see no grandsons. And 20 is very rare. Passport Traveler is supporting you know who with both talk crazy on YouTube. Yes, honey. They the same. Several months older is not acceptable. Juju. Monique says there are people, these people are violent. Some people are violent, yes. Crypto Box says Granny Cooch just don't sound appealing at all, even to me, and I'm 49 years old. You see what I'm saying? He said he's 49 years old, and he don't even want no Grandma Cooch. And this man, they're younger than him, that they're going to date. They're younger than him. And he telling you he don't even want that. And y'all think these Ghanaian men do, and they're talking about these handsome Ghanaian men, all these handsome Ghanaian men. Y'all really think they do? It's okay. All right, y'all. Well, they have to be more presentable in order to be more desirable. Wearing no bra ain't right. Thank you. Hey, lady, how you doing? How you doing? Takia, she's right. You got to be more presentable. How do you walk around with no bra on and no undergarments, no underwear? How do you do that? And then you think these people are going to respect you. They're not going to respect you. They're going to talk about you. And then they're going to say, we all do that. Hope being touched is worth their livelihood. Good night, everyone. That granny is something else. She roughed that passport, granny. Yes, honey, Ebony, she is rough, honey. Kiki, I was a granny at 30. See? See? Cute. See, that's what I mean. You can't tell how old they are. Yeah. Because you're 60-something, I mean, yeah, you're right. You can be a granny at 30-something years old. So it's not, you shouldn't use I think they're using granny because of her, though. But you're right. Monique, I know about abuse and money being, yes. That's what I'm telling you. And that one video about, is he going to marry a younger woman? Y'all see how he was looking at her? She was looking at him on that video. And people keep telling me, Kiki, no, she's scared of him. Because people have been watching them on TikTok for a long time. And people keep telling me, no, he runs everything. She gets the money for him, and he is scared of her. You bad, Miss Kiki. Your channel has been educating us with truth from the very beginning, period. Thank you, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to lead nobody astray. Why nobody talks about the passport grandpas too? Because it's more socially acceptable for them to do it. It's not socially acceptable for women to do that. We're held at a higher regard than the men. So we're supposed to have more respect for ourselves than that. I think Megan, the princess. I want to know what she did. I'm going to have to go look at that. Who is Megan? Megan, the princess lady. Right, dang. Okay, y'all. So again, we're done with the passport traveler for now. Okay, so y'all want to do the history lesson. I'm gonna try. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the history lesson. Thank you, Ebony Eve. Y'all please hit the like button. Look, I'm gonna put the history lesson in with the introduction of this next series we're gonna talk about. Because y'all know this isn't my channel is not fairy tales. My channel is a chapter book. Okay. We don't read CBC words over here. CBC words are like cat, dog, hat. We don't do those type of books over here. We do chapter books. Okay. So I got to introduce this topic about culture, how it's not culturally acceptable for older women to date younger men. So I think I'll do the history in that same video. All right, those are going to be videos, and then we'll come together and talk about it. We'll talk about the live. We'll come to do a live to talk about that. And then I'm going to introduce this whole thing because this is disturbing. And not only is it disturbing, it is extremely, extremely dangerous. Kiki loves Nigeria. Gay topic for tonight. Passport traveler does not represent Black American women and her trashy self. And it is true. She does not. And neither does her friends. And you see how Afridamus, the whole crew just sat over there and talked about all of them. Her whole crew. Talked about her whole crew. All right, y'all. That's all we have. And once again, Steph says, thanks for stopping by the Kiki Loves Nigeria channel. Please subscribe for more videos like this. The purpose of this channel is to educate and entertain you. All right, y'all. I will see y'all next time. We are done for today.